Thank you for having me, Jenna.
Yeah.
It's going amazing. The day's been lovely and I choose joy. So I'm doing great.
Awesome.
And what I started to realize is, oh my gosh, Kansas City has so much talent. There's so much talent here. And there's not enough opportunities. There wasn't enough resources. So there were friends that I would meet that would graduate from UMKC that would come to me, hey, Elaina, how do I write a bio? Hey, Elaina, can you help me with this audition? I want to move out to LA. Or, hey, Elaina, I want to move to Chicago. You know, can you help me? What's next?
Mm-hmm.
So I became a mentor for a lot of those people. And I would just provide them with the access and the resources and the tools, right? At this time, I didn't have a business or anything. I was just doing it from my heart because I love to help people. And I went home and I told my husband and my mother, I said, hey, I'm going to open up an agency in Kansas City. And they're like, it's a pandemic. What are you saying? Everything shut down. Theaters, everything shut down. And I say, I believe now is the time. Mm-hmm. So I got in UMKC's fast track program. I, polished up my skills on the business side, and I made it happen. So we opened up the first Black and female-owned talent agency right here in Kansas City. And from that point, I began to network and utilize a lot of my networks that I had already established in other cities like LA, Atlanta, New York, Chicago. And I started bringing opportunities right here to Kansas City. So I would get calls from Gene Wine, Tyrese, like a lot of these other guys. And then I started getting calls from different production companies, commercials. Hey, Elaina, do you have this talent? Do you have that talent? And so it started to happen. And it was not well received at first. I'll be honest. It wasn't well received. When I did my research and discovered that we were indeed the first Black-owned talent agency here, my roster was already predominantly Black. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll be honest. My roster was predominantly Black and brown. And what I would tell companies is that, hey, this is post-pandemic. Times are changing. Your advertisements need to look like the people in the community that you serve. Mm-hmm. So let's add some diversity, right? Let's be inclusive. And so they would call me right and left. Hey, Elaina, you have this person, that person. And so the agency just hit it off. We help the talent with their entire careers. Mm-hmm. So it's not just one-offs, right? Well, Gift was opening up a grant to the community for their first $50,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I'm like, Lord, please. So I did what I had to do. I tightened up my skills. I filled out the applications. I got with some of my mentors and, they helped me through the process. And I got called in for an interview. Went to the interview. I found out I was pregnant maybe a couple months before that. So I'm birthing a business and a baby in the same year during the pandemic, okay?
Yeah.
Not easy at all. The strength of a woman. So I go to the interview and I'm sitting in front of Gift's board and they're talking to me about job creation. And I'm saying, well, hey, listen, what we're doing is we're bringing a whole new industry into Kansas City because of the amazing talent, our amazing football teams, right? We have Pat doing amazing work, Travis. We have the Royals, we have KC Kern, we have our sports are doing amazing for our city. Not just that, there's a big tax film credit that's about to hit as well. So I'm like, now's the time. And the Next Paige is going to create a history here in Kansas City. Well, the board agreed and they saw my vision and they granted me $50,000.
That's awesome.
So I was their first $50,000 recipient. And with that $50,000, I was able to then invest in my brick and mortar. So we opened up an 8,200 square foot building right in the heart of the city on 59th and Troost.
Yeah.
And we decided Troost because of the division, the historical division. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to be right in the middle of the city. At first, I originally wanted to be downtown where all the action was. But I thought it was wise to bring the city together, bring the community, because I'm big when it comes to community and less of competition. But let's bring community together. And that was one thing that I realized, that the artistic community here in Kansas City was very segregated. And I was a pillar for that community. So in being a leader, we opened up our brick and mortar in October of 2022. So I held on to those funds that whole time. And I said, I know that I'm going to find the right building. And we did. And now we have 2 floors We renovated the space. It's beautiful. It looks like something out of New York City. We have new flooring. We renovated that. We have lighting, mirrors. We're about to get an amazing LED screen. I mean, it looks like a professional production set.
Yeah.
And so it's right here in the heart of Kansas City, and all of our talent and the public can come and take classes. They can take dance classes, modeling classes, acting classes, fitness classes, music classes. We're putting a voiceover studio upstairs for our voiceover talent, photographers, videographers, even event rentals. And it's been an amazing experience. And so with that $50,000, it really helped us start not just our business, but a legacy to the future of Kansas City's creative community.